All right. Hi, it's Brother Soleil again. Wanted to go a little bit more in depth on SPSS, which hopefully at this point you've had a chance to kind of look through how to, whether you want to buy it for your computer or you just want to do VMware, go find that remotely. I guess this is kind of what I'm going to walk you through here. So let me get off the screen so you can see what's relevant, the computer. Okay, so let me go. Let's do this. So I'm assuming at this point you've kind of read through the directions on SPSS. And if you've purchased it, that's great, that's fine. The only real difference between the two options is if you have it on your computer, it's going to run a little bit faster. And I'll kind of show you the other route with using VMware, and I think that's the route I'm going to stick with. So I think it works just fine. What we're going to physically do with VMware, when you get it installed on your computer, you should have an icon on your desktop called VMware, and it's going to have you sign in like just normal student stuff. So I'm going to try doing that right here. Hopefully this is visible. And what it does is it connects to the servers on BYU Idaho's campus, and it's going to create a sort of a fake desktop that looks like you're accessing another person's computer, which I guess is a kind of another way of saying what's going on here. So hopefully this is kind of where the time lag sometimes kicks in. Because if you bought it and you have it on your computer, you just click on the icon, open it up, and you're good to go. But for the cheap folks like myself, you have to kind of wait for this thing to open up. And every time you log in, you'll get a different orientation of the icons. So please don't freak out about that. The program we are interested in is SPSS right here. Okay. So I'm going to click on that and open that up and kind of walk you through. Now, right at the top of the screen, hopefully you can see this, you should see these laptop, connect USB, those options there. Let me kind of close this out real quick, just kind of show you what's happening here. You've actually got another, so here's my computer's browser, and if you click on, I don't know if you can see at the bottom here. I don't think you can see anything at the bottom. Anyways, down at the bottom of your taskbar, you should see what looks like a browser. And you can actually minimize this so you can have them up at the same time. And that way you can kind of see, oh, this thing to that thing. And there's a reason why I want to show you this, because a lot of the things we do with SPSS, we have to input the data. You can kind of see it's taken forever to load that thing up. Hope we don't demonstrate why you should buy it, but I promise it works most of the time. Okay, so one of the big questions that I've come up with as I've been playing around with sort of how to do this remotely is how to input data into the program. And what I found is on my home computer, I can get to the data files just fine. That's just opening up the textbook through that link that they gave you. And you can just search through, well, let's see, I want to look at some data sets and actually input that. See if I can actually get to the data files. There we go. The problem is I'm on my computer right now with this. And I've kind of discovered that if I'm going to show you kind of an easier way to do this so it doesn't hopefully get too confusing. So my computer doesn't have SPSS, but if I go into back to that remote access that I was at, and I'm going to open up an internet browser. Let's see, what is this little tiny thing saying? It's saying, no, don't import anything. That's annoying. Okay, so I'm going to open up an internet browser, and I am going to go to that same website that the textbook's on. Now this is kind of cool because you can kind of show you this. So here's where the textbook's at. So I can actually Control-C and copy and paste this over to this website. So in other words, I'm accessing a website remotely so that I can use the data features there. So just bear with. Okay, so if I input that, then pulls up that same data list that we saw a second ago. All those same data files there. Okay, and yeah, it's kind of the problem with doing this all remotely is sometimes it's a little picky and doesn't want to work with you. Okay, so I'm going to minimized it on the remote server, and so you can kind of see here I've been waiting for SPSS to load up, so it does kind of take a while. And there we go. All right, it's asking for Unicode. Just if in doubt, click the first thing. No, that's not really true. Just asking where do you want to get the files from. So we're gonna click on this first choice and wait forever for it to load up. Yeah, that's just it. I just have to wait. Okay. Oh, this just takes forever. I'm so sorry for this. But it's kind of emphasizing that you just have to be patient when you're loading up files. Oh, let's see. What else could I talk about here? Ooch-doo. I think I'm going to come back and do this later.